Cool. All right, let me sit down. Let's get started. All right, take number two. Take two. What's going on? My name is Opara, PA licensed real estate agent and investor. And today we have
Shanda.
Hey, Shonda, how are you?
Good.
And today we're going to do a full-fledged, honest opinion of NACA. We had settlement today. She's someone that started the process, went through the whole process very successfully, got in a contract, and today we are here full-fledged at settlement. She starts her ownership today. She got the keys and everything, and we rocking and rolling. Her mortgage is, she has a 30-year conventional. What's your interest rate?
2.375.
2.375 on a 30-year fix. It's not going to change. And what's your monthly payment?
$735.
$735 on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath?
4-bedroom.
4. Excuse me. My apologies. 4 bedrooms, 2-bath. The basement's finished. Got some work to do in the basement. But it's a really nice house in a great area, and I'm very, very sure that once she adds her twist on it, I could probably come back and sell that property for maybe $15,000-$20,000 more than what she paid for it. So very, very excited, and we're just gonna dive right into it. I try to break this into 4 phases. How'd you hear about NACA, and what was your process going through it? Once you're qualified, how'd you pick your realtor, and what was the house search like? You know, how was the process once you were under contract? And then, you know, how was it up to settlement, and what opinions and feedback would you give to someone trying to come and follow in your footsteps? So, with that being said, Ms. Shonda, how did you hear about NACA?
I found out about NACA through my hairdresser. Actually, my hairdresser knows you, and you referred her, so she referred me, and I started the program in December.
Who's your hairdresser?
Ugochukwu.
Okay, cool. Cool. And so that's how she heard about it. And that's pretty much what happens. A lot of people are hearing through word of mouth. I'm doing a lot of marketing myself. Like, a lot of my real estate marketing is towards first-time home buyers and renters to come to NACA. But everyone outside of that is hearing about it through word of mouth. So that's exactly what happened. So you heard about it. You came out to a workshop. How was the process of actually getting to qualification? What was that like?
It was like pulling teeth. It was hard,
Yeah.
but I just stayed focused because I knew it was a reward at the end. But
Yes.
it was a lot of work and a lot of patience.
A lot of patience.
A lot of patience.
Why would you say it's a lot of patience? 'Cause
A lot
I
of
hear
patience
that a lot.
because they're not gonna move when you say move. Sometimes you submit a lot of documents and then they constantly requesting the same documents
Yeah.
over and over and over.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try to reach out to your MC or either the underwriters, and you get no feedback, and you gotta wait like 24, 48 hours. So at that time, you just like stressful and you frustrated because you wanna know what's going on. But behind the scenes, they're doing their part and they're doing what they can do. So that's where the patience really come in.
Yeah. I try to tell people that what you save on a down payment and closing cost and the interest rate and the monthly payment, if you was to put that all in and give yourself an hourly salary, then you would be like, I know for me, when I bought my place, I saved $27,000, because if I would have went through a normal mortgage, I would have paid $27,000 as a down payment, closing costs, all that stuff. So as I was going through the program, I was like, all right, well, if it takes me 7 months to finish everything, 7 divided by that 27, it ain't too bad. You know, I'm paying myself to be patient. In the long run, I'm paying myself to be patient. I'm getting that reward that you mentioned for putting up with the BS, and we just gotta sludge through it to get that reward at the end. So cool. All right. So any advice on like staying organized and making sure that, you know, anything that you would tell people to help make that process a little bit easier, the qualification process? Because I believe that maybe 70 to 90% of the battle is really fought just on trying to get qualified.
Yeah, whatever they ask me, give it to them. I don't care if you gotta dig through stuff, you gotta call some people from way back when, give it to them. Because the main thing is, it's gonna be things like for instance, they asked me about my divorce, my first divorce. And I got divorced in 2007. So me like, why y'all need that? I done got remarried and divorced again. But luckily, like I said, I had to dig through some files. Good thing I'll throw stuff away. And I was able to produce that. I kept a binder.
Nice.
I kept a binder, labeled it with income, with statements, whether it was letters for explanation. So just staying on top, staying organized. getting whatever they want, try to get in a timely fashion,
Nice.
and it'll make the process a little smoother. Again, but you still gotta have patience, but do it. It's worth it. It really is worth it.
Cool. So you get qualified, right? And you have to pick a realtor. So talk to me about how did you pick, you know, clearly you work with me as a realtor, but you know, as you were interviewing other realtors, what was your process for interviewing realtors, and how did you decide to pick me? And then once we linked up, what advice would you give people in regards to the home search and being, you know, and getting through that process?
Okay. It's funny how I picked you. I picked you because when I first attended my first workshop, you gave your testimony, which I thought was very inspirational. And I just found out you had a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I've been following your YouTube channel and, you know, listening to a lot of your ideas and things that you've been doing, and your, how you do your live videos. So when I got the call to say that I was NACA qualified, I already knew in my mind that I was going to pick you. And I think whoever was in Boston or whatever, they called me to tell me I was qualified, and they assigned me to you. So it worked out.
Perfect.
So the home search was fun. It was fun. Like I said, when I gave you the MLS numbers, it was nothing for you to go and do your live videos, which was funny. You did the live videos and walked me through step by step, but it was more so I could understand because it was hands-on. And you actually gave me what I was looking for. You was patient with me. Like I said, you made it a nice experience, and I appreciate it. I really do appreciate what you did, and you hung in there with me. And like I told you earlier, I hope this is not the end of our relationship.
Nah, we good, yo.
We gonna hang in there. We gonna rock this thing out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But with the home search, know what you want, know what you can afford, and not just think about you. You got children, you got to think about them as well, because they got to live in this with you.
Absolutely.
Is it close to work? Is it close to school? So I had to do all of that based on my children, but it all worked out, and God blessed us today with a home that's ours.
Amen. So at a point in time, so let's take a step back, because at a point in time, I know that you were teeter-tottering between buying something that was already done or buying a renovation, and you know, we looked at we looked at a couple, and I know we were very close to even putting an offer in on that second corner property. Remember at one time you and your guy rode up on a bicycle that day?
Yeah.
That property we saw that day. So talk to me about, and then there was that other one where the old guy had the pizza box in the kitchen area, and you let us in to see that. So talk to us about how did you isolate, like, you know what, I'm not going to go down this path, I'm going to go down this path. And how did that work out for you? What was the thought process to help? Because I think we started doing really well once we said, all right, we're no longer doing renovations. This is just what we're focusing on. So I think that really cut like the type of properties we were looking like into half.
I think what led me to want to do the fixer up was watching HGTV.
Oh,
I'm an HGTV fan.
So
So I'm thinking I can go in here like everybody else and fix it up. But the houses that we did look at that needed fixing up, they size-wise, they was wonderful. I could use that. But then when I realized, like, this is going to be longer than what I need, and it's going to probably cost me more than what I can do. So what made me just decide that was, like, I want to, where I was living at, my rent was a little expensive, but I was able to pay it, but I knew I wanted to have something soon. Because even my landlord doubted me.
Wow.
They doubted that I wasn't moving no time soon. They doubted the fact that I was going to buy a house.
Wow.
And I even court hell with them coming towards the end. So, you know, I wanted to show somebody better than I can tell them. So, and now, you know, this house that we just purchased today came along, and the beautiful thing was it didn't need no major stuff. I mean, my own little tweaking, and it was a blessing because that house actually been on the market for a while. And it went off the market, and she put it back on the market, and then it dropped like $10,000 of what she was asking. And I never forget that day I called you, like, we got to go see this property. And we went there, and there was like 3 other people there, but we ended up sitting there talking and busting up with the lady for a long time.
Who then forgot about us?
Who forgot about us?
Like the next day forgot who we were. I'm like, what? Like, come on. And took the chairs.
And took the chairs.
Man. So real quick, so we were busting up with the seller. I'm sorry, busting up with the seller, and I make a joke about like, oh, I'm assuming these couches come with the house. And she's like, look, man, whatever, y'all can take it. You know, if that's what it takes to make an offer, then cool, I'll give it to you. So I'm like, okay. are you serious? Because we'll put the offer and put that in. Like, she likes the house, we're going to put the offer in. She's like, yeah. So I think like less than 24 hours, we get the offer in, we send it in, and we put the fact, oh yeah, we're going to get these chairs. Because she said that. Her agent calls me back like, yeah, Stella says she's good with everything, but she not giving you these chairs. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, she just said it less than 24 hours ago. So she hangs up, the agent hangs up, I call her like, yo, she reneged on the chairs, like, I mean, the sofas in the living room. And she's like, man, it's cool, I still want the house. I'm like, yeah, but I still want the couches. So the agent calls me back and she's like, yeah, is that mandatory? I'm like, look, it's absolutely mandatory. Yes, it is mandatory, because that's what she said. So she hangs up, calls me back, and she's like, all right, she said she'll go in the couches. But man, the seller was like, back and forth, and then all the way down to settlement. So we do the final walkthrough. And I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna walk in, we're gonna see these couches that she supposedly left. Y'all know she took the couches. I'm thinking, oh, maybe they in the basement or something. Like, nah, I walked in, she's like, yeah, them couches going. I was like, gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
But it all worked itself out, you know what I mean? And everything got taken care of at the settlement table. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So all right, we did the whole. You gave advice on how to pick a realtor. What advice would you have for picking a realtor? Like, how you talked about advice for home search. What advice do you have for picking a realtor?
I should get a realtor that's open-minded. You would know. Y'all would instantly click. You would see that chemistry between y'all. Don't get nobody because it's somebody recommend this person, because what might be for that person might not be for you.
Yep, absolutely.
So, sit and talk to your realtor. Make sure you and your future realtor, y'all on, one accord, and y'all know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And he's understanding or she's understanding, and they're not forcing you.
Okay.
If you don't feel forced and you feel comfortable, you feel like you can pick up the phone and call them and ask them any questions,
mm-hmm.
and they're not trying to rush you off
mm-hmm.
or act like they don't have time for you,
mm-hmm.
then that's the one. And like I said, you literally was there. You was more than a realtor. You was like a friend. You was like my best friend. We was like, we got this. We're going to walk through this.
Yes.
And you made sure to let me know, like, I'm not going to let you get anything that's not worth it.
Not
or,
for you. Yeah.
We're going to get the highest we can get with sellers assistance. We're going to get this watch. I got this. And
we did get some sellers. We got some sellers assistance.
We did.
Yes.
We got a nice sellers assist. So, you walked me, you really did. You made me feel confident, and you made me feel real secure. And it's a blessing to have God placed you in my life for a reason. So, yeah, you'll know what you want when you find that realtor.
Real quick, I just remembered. I remember you said when you there's after we seen the house, we were on the phone talking numbers, and then I feel like it was either your mom or your grandma.
My grandma.
She said, "Yo, get her this house." I was like, "All right, let's go."
The same house we closed on.
Same house we closed on to. So you gotta let grandma know that
yes.
we got her the house, because
yes.
I don't want no bad blood with grandma. So yeah, cool. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're under contract. So now, how was the experience from now we're under contract? We did the negotiations. We got the assist. We find out an interest rate. What was your experience like from there onwards? So we did home inspection, credit access, bank app, appraisal, re-inspection, and then clearing conditions, trying to get the clear to close, and then to everything else that led up to here. Yeah. How was that? Because that was fun.
It was hard. It was very hard, because it's like you just went through all this stuff to get NACA qualified.
Yep.
So now that you're NACA qualified, you under your you had your offer, you're under contract. So here's the hard part: that bank app, that credit access. Oh my God! It's like they were finding stuff. Well, I don't even know. They wanted original copies of child support. It was so crazy, but luckily I had supervisors that was understanding. And they was allowing me to leave work early or just take the day off to take care of my business. And I had a lot of support.
Okay.
Not just from family, but from work, and a couple of my friends. They was there. They were supportive of me while I was going through this. But I shed a lot of tears.
Aww.
I had cut my hair,
I know, right?
because
I like it though. I like it a lot.
It became frustrating, and it's not that I cut it because it was falling out. I just cut it because I needed a change. I wanted to do something, and and I knew that this here was an opportunity for me to own my own home, and I'm able to show my children, this is how we do this. This is what we want to do. So the conditions were petty stuff. Most of them was on NACA, and so a lot of them I didn't have a lot of issues with, so that was okay. But the things that they wanted from me, like the student loan payment, and they know that I was on an income-driven repayment plan, they want to know, well, where's that letter to prove that? And then it had something to do with my minimum required fund. They want to know where the check came from and how we know this is the check, but y'all cash the check. So, you know, but I just kept praying. I kept pushing. Like I said, whatever they ask for, whatever they just give it to them. I don't even care if they ask for your grandma toe, give it to them. They want it, give it to them. And to be honest, everything was running smooth until I think this last week.
Yeah, so
last week.
This is just some of the how petty we talking about. So they said that they were missing exclusively just the first page of the agreement to sell. The agreement to sell is 13 pages, and when I submitted, it's all 13 pages in a PDF. So I don't know how on earth they would just now, a week from settlement, realize they're missing the very first page of the agreement to sell. So little stuff like that, you just gotta just scratch your head. But at the same token, we're not gonna sit here and debate about it, right? We're not gonna sit here and ask questions like, no, listen, we got that joint down in like less than an hour, because we're not gonna sit here and debate something where it's all right. Let's say I win the argument, it's not getting here in the house anytime sooner. So we just provide. I don't debate with NACA. Whatever they want, we just throw it in, because the goal is to get her to settlement. It's not to win an argument and be right about something or tell them, oh, you should be doing this way. No, it's to get her to settlement. Of course, there's so many things that NACA could do better, but when you got timelines and she has a lease that's going to expire, and we got to line everything up. That's not the time to go to battle for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's some of the petty stuff that an example of some of the petty stuff that came up. And it was coming from her end. They was asking her stuff. They were asking me petty stuff. Verify the purchase price. It's in agreements, anyways. Purchase prices. Sometimes you gotta catch yourself, like,
yeah,
well,
yes, a lot of times.
But nah, through and all, it's for me, it's always cool, because now I enjoy seeing, like, all right, well, I know what the house used to look like. Now it's time to see what she makes of the house. You know what I mean? And that becomes my favorite part about everything.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. Any last parting words that you would give to maybe a future Shonda before she even thought about NACA? What advice would you give younger you from before you started NACA, knowing what you know now? What advice would you give them? Like, look, here's the game. What advice would you give that person on any topic as it pertains to what you just went through?
Most importantly, it would be saving. I didn't realize how much saving money really meant. Going through not just NACA, but just in general. Like, even now that I own a home, I still gotta save money.
Yep.
I gotta be cautious of what I do. I gotta be cautious of how I spend, because I don't have no more landlords no more. But NACA did teach me how to budget. They taught me how to budget. I get to the point, like, I'd be scared to buy stuff, because I knew I had to turn in these bank statements. And all I need is my mortgage. Kind of like, why are you eating out here? We supposed to be saving it. That could have been this and this. So that taught me a lot. It taught me how to, like, be more cautious of what I'm doing. But whoever out there that wants to do this process, you can do it. Yes. It takes a lot of patience and praying. I mean, if you got the support of family and, like I said, a good realtor like you, good friends, you can do this. It took me. I won't even count when I first did my one-on-one. Because when I did my one-on-one, I got my action plan. So I take it from the time I did my second follow-up with her, which was in February.
Nice.
So from February to May, I went through getting all the documents and coming down here, having my monthly meetings until I got NACA qualified May 2nd. So as of May 2nd to July 26th today, what's that, 2 months?
Yep.
2 months at a time, but from February to July, 5 months. And time go by. Time goes by.
No matter what.
Just hang, like I said, hang in there. You got this. You can do this. And I tell myself this all the time. I even did a YouTube channel, y'all. Look me up. Shanda Robinson.
We're going to link it.
Listen, I did a YouTube channel just based on my experience with NACA. And everything was not positive. I'm telling you, I had my moments that I wanted to just fight everybody. But like I said, I just had to pray and I just had to thank God, because without him, I wouldn't have made it to this day. I've been written since I was 20 years old. Wow. And I raised 4 kids by myself. But now look at this. with all of this.
Mhm.
I work hard for this, and
Absolutely.
I'm here. So whoever you are, just hang with me. You got this. You going to do it. Just stay focused, give them what they want, and get some patience. If you can buy them, but you need patience.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I think everyone. I do these videos because y'all don't know who y'all gonna bless on the other side of the screen. So
True.
I think NACA is something where it sucks absolutely. But dang, yo, it's a great product. You
Mhm.
can't beat the product. You know what I mean? It's like swimming through poop, but then there's like $1 million suitcase, and you gotta grab it and then swing back through the same poop. But then you take a shower and you're like, dang,
You're good.
you're good, man. This ain't as bad, you know what I mean? So all right, so appreciate that, and when's the housewarming? That's all we got now.
About a month.
All right.
It was about a month.
I'm gonna update y'all on that. If I'm gonna get an invite, then.
Oh, you're getting one. Don't do that.
All right, that's a wrap.